Okay, let's go.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of SkilTrak Talent Network. This is Hira, your host. Our today's guest is Charlotte, who is working as the operations manager in Hater Institute. She's the one who ensures that student gets all the support from the day of the enrollment till the end of the placement. So without wasting a minute, let me introduce you to Charlotte. Welcome, Charlotte. Thank you so much for giving us your time. How are you doing?
Very good. Thank you very much. I'm very excited about our chat today.
So, Charlotte, just let us know about yourself first. Who is Charlotte, and how you have started your job in Australia, and how it's going now?
Will do. So I'm originally from the Netherlands, from Holland, as maybe people will know. I started actually as a dancer. So I did dance academy for, yeah, yeah. You wouldn't think so, but it's true. I did dance academy for 4 years where I was taught how to be a dance teacher and to be a dancer. And I did that for a couple of years. And then I decided to do a Bachelor of Social Work where I learned how to use dance as therapy. And that was a very rewarding job. And then from that, I became a youth worker. I worked with refugees. So I kind of sort of went in a different pathway,
Yeah.
which was very exciting, obviously, because it opened a lots of different doors for me. I learned lots of different kinds of vulnerable people and how to work with them, provide opportunities for them. And then I spent some time in India as well, working as an
That's great.
educator in a school. Yeah. Which is also not probably something that you would expect, but it was at that time I got an opportunity to work in India, and I decided just to take it on. I worked in disability orphanage, which was probably the hardest thing I've ever done, as there weren't a lot of resources. Even clothing and food was very poor. Yeah, it was really hard, but I learned so much from just how much joy these kids have, and how to work with minimal resources, equipment, wheelchairs, all that stuff wasn't there. So that was really interesting. And then I kind of found myself here in Australia. I fell in love with an Australian man, and then we are now married with children and a dog, which is very exciting. Yeah, almost 7 years married, so it's been a while. So yeah. And now I am the operational training and operations manager at Hater Institute. Yeah, so that's a little bit about me. It's a very interesting, like,
Yeah.
backpack of stuff. Yeah.
So, when you started your work with Hater, and what was the inspiration behind that? Like, what was the inspiration of joining that team?
Well, I came across this job application, job search, and I was like, this sounds interesting. And I started to do some research on Hater Institute. And what I was really drawn to is the social media and how the quality of learning was provided to learners in Hater Institute. I also was very impressed with the CEO that runs the business, Marcus Sellen, as he was on a
Yeah.
podcast, really modern,
Very
fun, full of energy. I was really impressed in how innovative the company is and tech driven, which is something that it really excites me. And I saw the CEO in different magazines and then definitely on that podcast, and it really was inspiring and forward thinking. And I decided, I was like, this is a company I wanted to get to know more of. And I applied for a job and got to know the RTO manager, Ann Tom and Marcus. And it was a really good click. And that's how I kind of ended up here. I've been here since March 2025, so only March this year. So it hasn't been that long, but it feels like this is where I want to be. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so your energy matches with the Hater, and you started working there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're very different from previous RTOs where I worked for. I worked for Chisholm, which is a TAFE institution. I worked for a private RTO that I worked for the last 4 years. And when I came to Haida, it had a definitely different approach and different feel. The way the office is set up, the way the people are working here together. So it definitely was very exciting when I started applying, and I really wanted it. So
As an operational manager, is this a bit hectic or exciting kind of a job, or any challenges you face and how you deal with them?
It's very exciting and challenging at the same time, but I kind of love it. Like
Yeah.
I get to meet lots of different host providers and learners. So I'm meeting with them once they start work placements. I get to know them. I get to know what the goals are, but I also get to know the host employer, which is always very exciting. They're very busy, obviously, but they always make time for us to meet, and obviously with SkilTrak as well. It's my job is just engaging with learners, figuring out what their aspirations and goals are. And the fun thing is, in the last couple of weeks, I've really had to get to know learners that already work in the industry, which are very skilled people. They're very forthcoming. They understand the industry. They have fantastic jobs. Like ladies, I was working with a youth work officer who was already delivering programs. So I pretty much could just sort of, like, I didn't have to tell or explain or anything. I was like, okay, you have experience. Let's see what else we can figure out during your work placement hours. And how can we include your supervisor and your workplace to really build on those existing skills and teach and build new skills and knowledge, because we don't want learners to get, I don't know, a bit bored in their jobs, or like, oh, I'm just using my hours as workplace. Like, I want to see if there's anything else I can get out of this hour, or these hours of work placement, where I can actually build on existing knowledge and existing skills. And the most rewarding part of my job is obviously when learners are actually getting a job out of their workplace and with the help of SkilTrak. So I feel the SkilTrak process is absolutely excellent. Like Julie Clark has done that really, really well, obviously with her team, but just really well. And it provides us with so many more opportunities and possibilities. And the learner can really drive and say yes or no, or this is not exactly where I saw myself, and that is okay. That's why we have those options available for them.
Yeah, so what do you think that when finding a placement, what are the common challenges student faces? And that's how that's for those challenges you have skill track for you. But what are the common challenges that students are facing during the placement or in finding the industry?
I think it's has often to do with confidence.
Yeah.
Like, I think we are spending a lot of times on our phones, and we're not really learning how to engage with new people anymore. So that's one thing, like really understanding, how do I set myself up for an interview? How do I speak about myself? How do I present myself, represent myself? So when they go to work placement, that's a bit similar, like being a little bit timid, a little bit insecure, because they're not sure about the industry. Like, I can see, as I said before, like there's learners that I speak with that are very skilled, and I can see the confidence just is so much more than other learners that don't know the industry. So I think lack of confidence could be in representing yourself, but also in role plays or not understanding the industry yet. So definitely through knowledge, that confidence will grow. And obviously, the partnership with SkilTrak provides us with the learners guidance on, these are the options we have. What would you like to do? We obviously have the questionnaire in the beginning, like how many hours do you want to do? Which days are you available? So it gives them a bit more understanding of, how do I want to put this in my life? How do I want to structure this? Do I want to take my time with placement? Do I want to do full time? What are my options?
And I just want to know that how do you think that work experience is shaping the students' life, like for the job opportunities, how it's helping them in the real life?
I think work placement really is a moment where things are clicking. You know, we have a criteria within HADA. We want the learner to have at least 50% completed in their course before they start work placement. And the reason for that is we want the learners to have skills and knowledge before they even set a foot in a workplace, because they're going to work with very vulnerable people. So we want to make sure that they have some kind of knowledge, with the support of the supervisor or manager, how you would call it, that they not going to be, because like vulnerable people are going to be there all the time. So we want to make sure that they feel supported, building on confidence, not really thrown in a deep end, and be professional. So I definitely think that work placement is an exciting time, maybe a bit nervous time, but it really provides the learner to grow, to put the skills into practice, obviously, but also build networks, build connections.
How you manage your partners, like the communication along with the
Ah,
skill track with the students? So how
yeah.
you manage that?
Well, we have weekly meetings every Tuesday with SkilTrak and myself. So before our RTO manager was involved, but now I'm pretty much communicating with SkilTrak directly. It's been really great working with SkilTrak, and the more I get to know my role, and the more I get to know how SkilTrak works, the better we can communicate and work together on our individual goals. The team is very proactive. They're very quick, which has been really helpful. Like sometimes you just need a quick answer. We all need quick answers because, everyone wants to have the answer right away. When I communicate, for example, with the care skill check team, like Nadia or anyone else, it is such a quick turnaround, which is super helpful.
Yeah.
We share the same mission and vision. We want to make sure that the learning workplaces are meaningful and that they're career focused. And we really want to receive the right support for both of our platforms, and we want to make sure that the learners get the answers they receive, the work placements they require, and they support. And we also want to make sure that the learners feel almost in the driver's seat to say, here's what I want to do, or I already have a workplace that I want to go to. Can you reach out to them for me? It makes everything so much easier. And it's been a very positive and great partnership so far.
That's nice. So, a person from another country and then travel to India, and from India to Australia. It's been a long journey. And what uh, advice you want to give to the people who wants to work in Australia? What advice you want to give them?
Yeah, that's a really interesting one. Like, I think interesting, like Australia is very versatile when it comes to work. Like we require, there's often skilled migrants that we would like to work with. They're very open-minded to other people's cultures and experiences. So when I applied for jobs as a trained assessor, I was afraid that being Dutch or being not from here was going to take work in my against me pretty much, because the work that we do at home could be a little different, but I really had to show them that I understand how to follow policies and procedures from any kind of country, like as in India or as in back home in the Netherlands or here in Australia. So the work stays the same, but you have to have professionalism and effort and dedication to wanting to learn and to get to know the new industry. Yeah, that's a really interesting one. Like, I think interesting, like Australia is very versatile when it comes to work. Like we require, there's often skilled migrants that we would like to work with. They're very open-minded to other people's cultures and experiences.
So, if you want to say a one line about hater, then what that line would be?
I've thought about this. It's so hard, these one-word questions, because it's
Uh,
like, I would say just empowering. Like that's how I feel in this company, and that's how I hope that our learners feel as well.
Yeah, so Charlotte, it was really nice talking to you, and we are really thankful that you have given us your time and discussed about yourself. And we have learned a lot from you about theater and about your, like, a person starting from another country coming to Australia and becoming an operational manager in the RTO, which is very well known and growing every day. It's a huge thing, and we are very thankful for you to giving us your time, your precious time, because as we know that you are doing a lot of thing at your work and giving us your time. It's very grateful that you acknowledged us and given us your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching our today's episode. I hope you liked the video. So do subscribe to our channel and share with your friends as well. So, Hera Khatak signing off.